And we are here tonight from Carlisle Old Street. I'm just going to take you down to meet the subscribers. It's a little bit different tonight from what we normally do. We've actually met up with 5 of our subscribers, and we're going to be going on a walk with them all. Say hi! Hello. So we've got Phil, who's part of the team. We've got Samara. Hiya. We've got Kelly. Hi. We've got Aileen. Hi. We've got Sammy. And we've got Alex. Hi. Where have you come from tonight, Alex? Durham. She's come all the way from Durham. How cool is that? And Kelly? Working in. Well, I love the said that. Working in. And you 3 are from Carlisle, aren't you? So, we are currently at West Walls. Somebody's going to take over the camera in a moment. I'm going to read out a little bit of history, and we're going to walk down one of the oldest streets of Carlisle. So we are at West Walls, thank you, which is in the city centre of Carlisle. Now, as you can see, this is a big high wall, and it was actually formed as part of the old city walls of Carlisle, which were first built as far back as the 12th century. In total, around 1.3 miles of walls actually surrounded this medieval city. Only a few sections have survived, the rest have been demolished in recent centuries. A section of the city walls have been preserved by being incorporated into a row of buildings. The buildings originally included a mews stable in the late 19th century, warehouses and a school in 1813. These have subsequently been altered and used for other purposes since. So the walls have fallen into disrepair at various times. A 1684 survey reported that the citadel had been almost destroyed by the Scots. By the end of the 18th century, the need for easier access for traffic and the need for better ventilation of the crowded city led to demands for the wall demolition, and an Act of Parliament was passed in 1807. The stone from the wall was used to redevelop the citadel as a court building and in the construction of a new Eden Bridge to the north of the city. So you can imagine how old this place is, from the 12th century. And I know of a few reports from people I've grew up and got to know over the years that I've actually seen a hooded figure down here. So we're going to go up and we're going to show you around the area. So I wonder if these steps then are like 12th century as well. They're certainly crooked enough to be, aren't they? So we've got here what used to be a nightclub, the Twisted Wheel Excess. This has been closed down and derelict for quite a long time now. Further up we've got the theatre. We have tried to get in the theatre, but we've had no twice for that. But we don't give up, we keep pestering. You've got the lane that goes down to St Cuthbert's Church and to one of the oldest pubs in Carlisle. We'll come back up that area later. We've got Carlisle Tithe Barn here. What's that used for? Does anybody know these days?
Weddings, functions. And
yeah, so it's used for weddings, it's used for functions. It's right next to the church, which is right behind it. And these are the walls that we've just walked over. If you... down there, you can see how high it actually is. So I think the lanterns kind of add to the atmosphere around here as well. You know, when you think this was built in the 12th century, and there'll be a lot of spirits that pass through here from all different eras in life. We have the train station just down there, well, train track, train station's more up that way. So this would have been walked as a route from Carlisle Castle as well in years gone by, and I believe it's around this area here where a hooded figure has been seen by a few people that I know over the years. Has anyone else ever seen it? Now this, I believe here is where this spirit has been seen. It's either at this lamppost or the one a little bit further down. And you can just see how old all the buildings are. We have brought a bit of equipment with us tonight. We will be doing a little bit of calling out. But tonight is more about the history and just seeing the old part of Carlisle.
Prison.
Prison?
Prison stood right there.
Ooh, okay. So we've just had prison come through on the ghost tube, which is quite interesting because this building does actually have bars on the window. Not quite sure. I think it's a house that now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
That's the other side. That's the cathedral grounds the other side.
So we think this is the back part of the cathedral. But yeah, very interesting. You just had prison through a ghost tube there when we're at a building with bars on the window. So this here is the lane that leads down to the cathedral and down to Abbey Streets, which is one of the oldest streets. We will be walking up that way, coming back later. Oh, there will have been soldiers come down here. There would have been so much, just with it being kind of the kind of the pathway from the castle. We do have some murals on this wall here.
That was commissioned art, wasn't it?
Yeah.
By the council.
It's good to see some art in the city for sure. I'll get a further back shot from that for you. Oh. Quite an evil face, hasn't he? It means business. Joseph. I wonder if that's his name. If he is a real person. So this leads us to the castle over there and the bridge to get us over the road, but we're going to go the subway way. So this is Abbey Street. We will walk up here and go up towards the cathedral, but this is one of the oldest streets in Carlisle. You can see it's still got all the cobbled roads, like Coronation Street. We'll do a bit of calling out over at the castle for certain. So we have tons of history for the castle that we've narrowed down to 4 sides of A4. So this is Castle Way, aptly named because of the castle. And this here is Tully House. So this is a museum. Carlisle's, it's now called Tully actually, it's not Tully House anymore, it's just Tully. It's under a bit of construction at the moment. So Tully House is a Grade 1 listed building and was built in 1689 for Thomas Tully, who was later Dean of Carlisle. The house was extended in 1893 to provide a library, school of art, museum and technical institution. The building is now occupied by Tully House Museum. Once referred to as Carlisle's best visitor attraction, Tully House Museum has an amazing array of exhibitions, interactive and hands-on displays and exciting exhibits, and you can even climb a life-size section of Adrian's Wall or fire a Roman weapon. Right, we're going to go down on the subway. So we're going over that road